You can see like there's a huge difference in BadIntent's Darkrai now compared to then.
Oh yes, that BadIntent has been putting in hella work lately.
Agreed.
If you guys catch his stream, you can play him. You can see for yourself.
Yeah.
This man is nothing to be slept on. He is a force to be reckoned with, and we're gonna see if the muscle can pull it out.
I'm actually interested to see what muscle runs because that Dragonite, like he dropped that first Snivy Lapras against Alistair. That's like one of the first times you've ever seen him like use a different one.
Muscle really stands by Dragonite.
Yeah.
I disagree with him on Dragonite, but you want to know something? He does show that Dragonite can work.
Yeah, like he shows how to make it useful for his style because Muscle's definitely one of the more patient Machamps. You see, like Frogadier Eevee. I don't think there's a good swap because you still get the attack buff if like Frogadier isn't working out. And he just adds something for his pressure and neutral, so he can't constantly just be zoned down, having to try and get like CAs on Shadow Ball. As we see him, actually putting the pressure on Darkrai.
Yeah, Whimsical giving the muscle. Wait, Muscle's running Whimsical.
Yeah.
Actually, he called out Frogadier right away.
He's been running Whimsical, I think, all tournament.
Really? I didn't even notice.
It's just because I don't think he got very lucky with it this time around.
No, that's fantastic. Whimsical can come in clutch when you need it.
Oh yeah,
I used to run Whimsical, but it's very risky. Now Nightmare mode really just putting Muscle in the spot that he doesn't want to be in. But he's already got Frogadier again, which this seeming to turn out to be a good support choice.
And the only issue with Frogadier is just like, but I think he just back Y. 4Y, excuse me. I mean, Frogadier hits, and he can send out Shadow Balls with the projectiles if he has it set up.
A lot of characters do have a way to just avoid Frogadier very cleanly, but if the muscle can't call him out mid move, then Frogadier can't really do some good stuff. It's like a Mulga.
It's still a lot better than riding Dragonite. It takes super long time to come out, and you kind of just stand there. You're like, I'm gonna get hit by a Dream Eater. That's looking pretty rough game.
Yeah, round one going to BadIntent very cleanly. Muscle trying to feel out this Machamp matchup, but I don't know if he's gonna want to stick to it.
Like he was doing pretty well like the first 4 games. Like he was playing patient, but he wasn't very cross-chop heavy. He was just waiting for BadIntent to make that mistake so he can open them up like he is now. Like, look, he has him on the corner on the wall. And he keeps him in the corner, which I think is the right choice because you don't want to go back to the field against Darkrai.
No, definitely. If Muscle can land a oh, never mind.
Oh. That was almost a perfect.
Oh, wait, hey, don't count him out. I take everything.
I jinxed everything. Okay, see, Dark Pulse in field is disgusting.
The damage in field, that's just not allowed. But we got Eevee and Burst on deck, so Muscle consider this. Muscle trying to go with the call out with 8x, but I think by now BadIntent's starting to get used to that.
And what I really like from BadIntent is like how he's using his orb efficiency. Like he only uses Pulse if he knows he has like that confirm or that read.
Oh, definitely.
But then he just uses it for a stat buff. He just constantly wills him down. I think he's playing this match, but that was such a clutch jump.
A good wake up slap by.
You can see like BadIntent was anticipating not like a jump, like he was looking for like the 2x.
Definitely.
And now we're back in field. I like that he sets up these little like I forget what this was called. I just call them breaks, where he builds up orbs. He says Muscle you have to walk around, so it buys him time, so he can set up stuff like that. But then he's gonna get caught anyways.
Oh yeah, definitely. The thing, so BadIntent actually made a video on how to beat Darkrai, and I think Muscle actually, from watching this, I think Muscle actually watched it.
I wouldn't be surprised because even at NCR, like he didn't have a Switch at the time, and he was doing a lot of work. I think Muscle is the type player to study.
Oh, definitely. Muscle puts in hard work. So we're going into Nightmare mode yet again.
Nightmare is so strong in this matchup. It just says like you have to like CA.
But the thing is, the Muscle doesn't fear. The Muscle doesn't fear Nightmare mode. Like, it's really benefiting him.
It's like you see him, he'll CA the Shadow Balls, and then he'll like mix in submission, and he'll have that quick tap so he can get through.
He's just looking for even though BadIntent like really benefits from the option, if Muscle can just choose one right option, he gets out of it.
Oh yeah,
Muscle surviving by the skin of his teeth.
That is super fortunate because if he lands on that, like he can't jump anymore.
That would have been over.
Yeah, it would have been a very rough situation.
Speak of the devil.
Unfortunately, didn't hold that CA long enough, but I still respect the attempt. Like, if he got out of that, like, he's only playing a Shadow Ball because, like, Break was shooting off to the right.
Yeah.
And he's not under the zone anymore. Like, he gets a lot more freedom if he gets that CA on Shadow Ball.
So, I think we might be seeing a switch from the Muscle.
You think I see Subtile, or you get...
No, he's sticking to it. He believes in Machamp. You know, this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. Muscle saying he got to go with his bread and butter.
Especially like, because at some point you have to just decide, like, do I value what people say is better, or do I value what I'm comfortable with?
All I'm saying is Azazel value is what people say.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, but like Muscle makes Dragonite work so well. Like how many
Just do it. Just
You
do
learned that
it.
from your set. Just 6x. The only issue I'm gonna have with Dragonite here is that because if he doesn't get on Muscle, it's such a long wait. But he's doing such a good mix-up game. Muscle is super good at picking up habits very fast and just pressure you until you can't take it anymore.
And Muscle's pressure. The thing is, you can't pressure the Muscle.
Yeah.
The Muscle does not care. He does not need R because he'll find another option to beat you.
Yeah. Agreed. I do like how BadIntent's using, instead of like his anti-air, he's using the 2x kind of like an anti-air, and he's trying to catch him so he can combo him over into the corner and give himself space out the wall.
Oh, definitely. That's one of the biggest benefits of Nightmare Mode. 2x will beat most options. Although Muscle does...
Oh, it's a good tempo.
I worry that Muscle doesn't have all the matchup knowledge in the world because he can, I'm going to say it slightly, he can karate chop the second hit of that.
Yeah.
This is going to miss.
Oh,
Yes.
Fun fact, you can actually, when he doesn't impulse, you can...
Oh!
Such a risky...
That was dirty!
But on the 8A from Darkrai, I know Mewtwo can do this, but if you call burst, you can actually catch him. Like just before. But it's only if you have involved up, and I think the hitbox would be active. I'm not entirely sure.
On the 8A for Darkrai, if you're talking in
Nightmare.
in Nightmare Mode, every character can beat it after sure. All you need to do is
I'm like wondering, like, because the only practice for Darkrai that I can know is probably Uchi. Uchi's pretty good Darkrai.
Uchi, I didn't know Uchi had a Darkrai. I've only played. Shout out to my boy Uchi, the hype commentary, the hype channeler, and just a really cool guy all around.
And you know, every damn day. But outside that, it's mostly just net play. Like
Muscle. You guys got to realize, Muscle puts in the grind.
Yeah, that's such a good mix-up. He hasn't done that yet.
Here we go. Game 2 going to Muscle. He believes in this matchup. Bad matchups are not a thing with the Muscle. There are just matchups.
Yeah, he doesn't like the fact that even if it is a bad matchup, like affect him. He's like, okay, I know these options work. I'm gonna find a way to make them to get him to feel out the options.
It's almost like an aura he has.
Yeah.
It's basically every player who plays the Muscle fears him immensely, and they'll let him get away with it.
It's like the same feeling people get against like Buvo, because like Buvo and Muscle have like their very own unique ways of playing that make them very hard to figure out compared to other players who stick to the more traditional options. There you go. That's a good knockdown. Like takes off so much pressure in Darkrai. Now he's stuck in the corner against these grabs.
That works.
Look at that conditioning.
Oh my god, that's a thing.
All but
and Nightmare Mode. Once again, though, this Nightmare Mode really seems to be a 50-50 for Muscle. His patience, actually not his patience, his just decision making in Nightmare Mode is really blowing me away.
It is, and he's just so willing to wait and see. He's like, I'll take this shit because I know one trade
There we
champ,
go.
I'm gonna punish you.
Alright, taking it out of Nightmare Mode, going in the field, BadIntent at low health, Muscle looking clean right now.
And Muscle almost has Dragonite on as well. That's gonna be a lot of pressure on like anything that whiffs. But he's gonna fist him.
There you go, JY to victory.
That was such a good JY, especially on that call. And now you have Dragonite up. And almost burst mode too.
So, Dragonite on deck, right, you're right, close to burst.
If he wins this field, it's really good for him, but unfortunately he's not gonna get it.
Too bad.
Oh no.
But Muscle's still close. If he can maybe get in some counters, build up that meter.
Actually, one thing I really like about what Muscle does against Magikarp is that if he finds a way to get the hit, just get Magikarp off the table, he'll just take it.
You just do it. You gotta do it. When it comes to Magikarp, the first thing you should do is hit.
Yeah, you just get rid of it. You know, he's like, okay, I'm slow down, but it doesn't matter.
If you land the hit, Magikarp is not gonna combo.
But BadIntent's doing such a good job of making Muscle do what he wants and catching him on these CAs with 2x. It's gonna get 8 again.
And that's the frightening thing about Nightmare Mode. Even when Muscle gets the read, BadIntent will win immediately the next interaction.
I appreciate that he looks for the combos that carry Muscle to the corner too, so he can play that zone game. You think Muscle should be doing anything differently? He's getting kind of caught up by these like rises.
Honestly, he clearly knows the matchup better than I do. The only thing is he needs to know that he can punish Ada.
Yeah.
Which he does not. He obviously is not aware of, which makes me a little sad.
And also look at those trades.
But Tony,
Oh my god, you could have
second time today. Muscle just dropped it. No! Oh, stop!
He's so willing to drop these close combats in favor of a grab. I guess a big.
So we need to talk about the fact that Muscle got 2 kill confirms that at the end there, and just said, "No, I don't need him."
And it's like what Muscle's been doing a lot this tournament. Is like he'll have these kill confirms, but he'll opt for submission because he wants to just keep him in the corner instead. I don't think he really he hasn't been paying attention to or he just doesn't know yet because of all the nerfs and buffs the characters got. And it's really unfortunate because that was his game to lose. And now he has a full burst meter against.
I mean, he's still in this. He's got. You're right. Full burst meter. Full burst meter. He's got a lot more health right now if he just doesn't sit there and waste the entirety of his burst.
Yeah. I really like what BadIntent's doing. Why not? Like he's staying between the cracks and walking back and forth in front of them. So he says oh maybe he can grab me now. Oh never mind, I'm behind it. He kind of showing that fake out option.
BadIntent carried that very well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Machamp does so much damage that one ball team missed up, especially on something that doesn't scale well.
Unfortunately, I think fortunately.
You're right. Machamp has to work hard to get in, so it's a fair trade-off.
Thank you.
That's terrifying. I really like that he just calls Dragonite to force a 50-50, and just a bunch of him to make them feel the pressure. Like he's I'm going to make you want to press a button and try to make you scared.
Oh, Muscle with the wake-up slap. BadIntent have very low health.
Yeah, but he's at 4 HP. I think he can kill, actually. He just needs a real one good confirm.
If Muscle just needs to stay patient right now. Taking the round. Muscle currently, the score is 2-1. Muscle's lead.
I actually like what BadIntent was trying to do. He's trying to work his way in so he can make Dream Eater and grab an option he has to be afraid of. But because Muscle knows, okay, he can only throw stuff out at me and I can CA it. I know he's going to want to look for the grab. So he just dives right at him. Okay, I'll come to you. And just took him out.
Another thing I'm loving is that the muscle's letting BadIntent get comfortable for just a bit. Yeah. He's holding off those pokes mid pressure just long enough for BadIntent to forget that he can get through if he presses the wrong button.
I that's one of the things I like about how Muscle plays is that he will look for the bad option if he thinks it will help him out in the long run. So it's almost like there isn't a bad option. It's he's just rolling around a lot, It's like this is a Dark Souls.
Honestly, I don't think there's any matchup in the game that feels more like Dark Souls than this one.
I can't think of anything else that's I guess me. I don't even think Gardevoir's that bad for Machamp. I think it's still hard, but
Gardevoir's a hard matchup for Machamp, but Gardevoir ain't no Darkrai, that's for sure.
Nightmare or Bad Dreams Rise, whatever you want to call it, it feels just so abusive. I know it's such a good submission too to get through the 2x, but still know that he has to block afterwards.
Muscle once again trying to Oki BadIntent at Nightmare mode Darkrai and Wake Up, and it's just not a good idea.
I know. BadIntent's just getting a lot of mileage out of these 8As when he gets into Nightmare.
Exactly.
I think Muscle's best game plan is literally just keep him from getting out. Even if you take more damage, he does so much better when he's not in Nightmare.
But definitely, you do not want. The thing is, your goal in this matchup is to get Darkrai in the dual phase without Nightmare, because the field phase is awful and Nightmare is worse.
Yeah, but I do like how he's playing the field phase. He's not letting himself get pushed into a corner, but he's rolling to the side. He's forcing BadIntent to make these cracks, point to the right or left, and saying I'm not gonna let you make these useful. But then, unfortunately, I think he tried to time that with its fade away to try and mix up with intent, but unfortunately got caught. And we got the setup. Oh my god, that was so ballsy!
Yeah, once again, sometimes you just gotta 8x.
It's there's so few a chance he would do that. He's just such a scary match.
I remember, I think it might have been Onchi who posted that on Twitter, that trick. Because Darkrai's are obsessed with that move.
I agree. And I like that he just keeps punching. He's okay, I know he's gonna get 8A me, so as long as I keep throwing hitbox before we get the animation started, he's gonna get caught. He does have Dragonite in full burst. Actually, just not even. It's actually super scary for Muscle still because he's not even that high health.
But it's a good situation comparatively to a lot of everybody. Muscle again with the kill confirm. No need.
That was really interesting. I want
count kill confirms. Is that 4 kill confirms? Muscle has dropped on stream so far.
Yeah. And honestly, I want to know why BadIntent dropped shield on that Dragonite.
I think it was probably misinput.
I would have to.
He was probably going for some sort of punish on Dragonite.
I wonder if he was trying to teleport it.
That would be interesting. Muscle landing that Queen cross jab.
But unfortunately, it brings Muscle a situation where now he's not a Nightmare. He has full resources. Now he's a Nightmare.
But there's still four resources on deck. Let's see if Muscle immediately tries to get rid of Machamp.
And it's just I think full resources Machamp means a lot more than full resources Darkrai.
Well, full resource Darkrai. Oh, that's what he was.
Okay.
Full resource Darkrai with Nightmare mode. I beg to differ.
But I think it means more for him. Like, it doesn't mean that it's better. So much just means that, like, okay, he just has more options on the table. Oh my god, he just catches him again with that.
Now, actually, BadIntent is in a bad situation.
Yeah,
Darkrai's burst does not matter without without Nightmare mode.
And the muscle is just burning it down. He's waiting for, like, okay, I won't burst until you make me. And now look at that, he's playing like.
I think BadIntent. Oh, there we go.
Is that dead?
That's probably dead. We'll see in a second. Maybe not. No. Wait.
Oh my god, 40 HP? Oh, he bites.
Muscle being patient.
Alright, good hold on shield. Oh, that's unfortunate.
But with that patience, he actually avoided Nightmare mode.
Yeah, I wonder how much BadIntent knows, or not BadIntent, the muscle knows about the orbs on Darkrai. Like, 4 orbs is not punishable. At that point, you're going for a mix-up. Oh, that's such a good grab! And I
still alive, but now that's gonna be game.
That's game.
Alright, we're seeing a familiar situation. Game 5 between the two. Muscle went the first 4 games like the last set with Machamp. Are we gonna see the switch? Or is he gonna stay true? I think it's staying true.
I think it's staying true because Sceptile didn't do not like he Sceptile had moments, but was not doing nearly as well as Machamp.
Exactly.
I think tried and true is the way to go. Like you know, you can take games with
Machamp is undeniably his best character.
Yeah.
And out of every Machamp I've seen, Muscle's playing this matchup by far the best.
Yeah. I think Muscle is probably the best at Machamp.
I would completely agree.
So it's like I have faith in the Machamp. And I think what's interesting about this too is just like the way he just always seems to mix up how he comes in and just finding ways to get onto BadIntent, even through Nightmare. Like it's definitely looking much better as the set goes on. But unfortunately, he dropped so many kill confirms early. It makes me wonder what would happen if he kind of like stuck to those and how the mental game would change at that point.
Super tiny side note: the screens in the background during Nightmare mode look really interesting.
Oh yeah, that's actually I never noticed that. That's a good submission. That's so good. He's finding ways to work in different options. And that's what's so great about like Muscle. Like he finds ways to make options work that weren't working beforehand. And BadIntent is doing so good sticking with his like clean style. Like even though his options will like get caught one time, he won't change up. He knows this is what's worked. He's not gonna stick to.
Exactly. But the Muscle, I think a good way to look at the Muscle is he's always willing to try new things. He is labbing mid-set. Every time he's playing you, he is learning.
And I think that's what makes people so terrified of Muscle. It's just like, if he's trying out something new, he's gonna do this more. Like, it's very hard to pinpoint, like, his better option. But I do think he tends to have the most when he is behind.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
so right now the Muscle's in a very bad situation.
The teleport was super good.
There we go. Another 8x. How many 8x has this man landed?
A lot. I just don't think BadIntent's expecting it.
Drinking game. Take a shot every time the Muscle lands 8x, and every time he drops the kill confirm.
And now it's looking really rough for Muscle Nightmare. BadIntent still has...
He can still turn this around.
Death Rage.
Muscle has burst, and I believe in Machamp.
I respect it.
I respect the decision.
Oh, there you go.
I don't agree with it, but I respect it. There we go. We are out of Nightmare. We are Nightmare. Muscle is arguably in the better situation, even with. Oh, really cool! I take it back.
It's gonna be Nightmare mode.
That's Nightmare mode.
He's gonna have Dragonite, but he only has 100 health. It's not safe. Oh no! He charged for it.
Wait. This is dead.
That's it. And BadIntent.
Fantastic grand finals. BadIntent taking the first Hella Night fights here in Oakland with the hella good play.
It is super big for BadIntent. And it's also like super good for BadIntent. Like BadIntent this season has definitely struggled a bit. Like he got 5th at Genesis and 5th at NCR, but even in that top 8, he still struggled to like find those games. And to come up big here, not only did he beat the Muscle who gatekeeped him at NCR, he made it convincing. Like you know, Muscle still took games. He still said like, I know what I'm doing.
Exactly. That's 2 sets. That's 2 sets of BadIntent, 0 sets to Muscle. That is something to respect.